one's going to care about that song.
Yo.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do, 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 do.
This is the remix.
This is a copyright strike waiting to happen. That's what this is.
I changed it.
ILNL, people. This is ILNL.
I changed it.
Welcome to ILNL. Hey, guess who's back? It's Tunisia. I've been saying her name for a lot of weeks. Now she's actually like on
Awake.
the thing. Look at this.
Awake. I'm awake.
Hey, everybody. We've been in the gone for a while. You know how it is sometimes with life and all that type of stuff. Chico's in the building.
Chico.
Yeah, I'm here.
Deej in the building. And so let's go on ahead and get started with our first thing.
Chris is in the building, but he's asleep.
Chris is in the building, but he is asleep. He's taking a
Right.
nap. Oh, wow.
Chris says hi.
Listening.
Chris says hello. All right.
Hi, Chris.
So let's go ahead and jump into the thingy. So first things first, let's give a round of applause for performances well done for Lance Reddick. Unfortunately, we lost him. Awesome actor who did The Wire. He was the voice of a character on Destiny.
Savala. Commander Savala.
Thank you. And Tunisia's big connection, John Wick.
John Wick. He was so nice.
You know he based his, was it concierge?
Concierge?
Is that what that role was?
I don't know.
in the
he was
Continental?
he was
Yeah.
more
He was
more
the
than
he was
that.
he was the
He was
No, I
the-
mean,
the
well,
dude. He was the dude at the front desk, but like
yeah,
an
what, I was,
attendant
like, what's the...
or manager.
I don't know what manager.
correct
Yeah,
term was,
let's
yeah.
go with manager.
He said he based his, that, whatever the job that was, off the same one from, what's that movie? Pretty Woman?
Pretty wo- Oh,
Is that the
There you
movie?
go. I couldn't
can't
tell
sing
you.
it.
Where
What? Oh, the guy.
dude pays for...
Oh, he was so nice.
Yeah,
too.
dude paid for a
Really? He
hooker or
based
whatever.
it off-
So he based it off the concierge or whatever.
Based it
in
off
that
of the
movie,
guy
yes.
who worked at the hotel.
Yes.
Who was?
And just
oh,
added the
he was a
accent.
great guy.
Huh. Well, that's news to me.
He saw who what's her name? Julia Roberts. He
Yes.
saw who Julia Roberts was on the inside.
I'm not even gonna follow that up because I thought something very inappropriate.
I was going to say,
and
well,
I
so
wasn't-
did the other guy.
See,
but
thank you for saying it for me, so I don't have to do that. Okay, so yes, all
Oh,
respect
my.
due to the great late actor
Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick.
Eyes up, Guardians.
Forgive our tangent.
Rest in power, sir. You're one of the few actors that, over the time of your career, you've made transcendent performances that our generation, at least, will remember you.
Oh, and
for.
dude, the gamers showed out.
By doing what?
Like,
I know Destiny. They probably
yeah,
did.
every time I've gone on Destiny,
Yeah.
there were people kneeling by Zavala.
Oh,
And on TikTok, players that don't play Destiny but play other like shooters,
Yeah.
they're sending their condolences like, Guardians, you guys go ahead and mourn. We got the galaxy.
Oh, that's
Like-
the gaming community.
that's so beautiful.
That's dope. Yeah.
Oh.
So, let's get into our first story. Dwayne just can't get a break.
Dwayne.
So, reported on
Dwayne.
Variety, Dwayne Johnson pretty much has been raising a stink with DC for all of the work that he felt he was doing to help DC go to its next level. And of course, all the changes that's been happening with DC. Now Dwayne is being looked on in Hollywood as a cancer, which is really, really unfortunate. Especially, this kind of adds
The
fuel to
Rock
the
got
fire.
papered.
Even if Kevin Hart is like, bro, I don't want to work with you anymore.
Oh,
That's
I don't understand. Yeah, but where did you hear that from? Was that just like some rumor on TMZ or something, or was
no.
it?
Like I can't remember the sources, but I mean it's reputable sources. Like the whole thing is, they reported that Kevin Hart wants to just finish out Jumanji
Oh, there's
and
another
call it
Jumanji.
the third one, and he said that's the last movie that he wants to do with The Rock. So whatever's happening with The Rock and DC and all of that,
I don't
it's now affecting
understand. I
into
don't understand
his
any
other
of this.
projects.
I find it upsetting, and I don't like it.
well, from what I understand, it started from the Fast and Furious franchise.
It's a ghost.
That's the second time something didn't fail, man.
Yeah, I need to get some sage or something going on here or something. I don't know what's going on, but
Chris, get us some sage. I
so
didn't buy any from the store. You gotta look in the cabinet.
I think that sage would be too fresh. You only get fresh sage, so I think you
No,
need
in the
some.
cabinet. You don't think
The
the
cooking
dried?
sage.
Right.
Well,
What?
no, you
Wouldn't you have to dry it
Dried
out?
you have to dry it to burn it.
Right. That's what
There
I'm
you
saying.
go.
That
Okay.
should be dry.
Chris, get us the dried sage.
Yeah, just put it in that little cup where you put the stick at and light it.
There you go. Oh
well,
no,
Back to Black Adam.
it's a ghost. It's a ghost.
All right. Yeah. So one of the things that's also been kind of this cascading thing with all this DC stuff is Zachary.
Quinto.
Thank you. I think that's
got
his, I
it.
think that's isn't that the actor for Shazam?
Probably
Yes.
not.
Well, let's hope that it is. He tried to get Henry Cavill in to play Superman for Shazam
yeah,
1,
that was a while ago.
and that fell through. And then the whole thing with Dwayne really pushing to get Cavill in for Superman for Black Adam.
What's funny is Dwayne blocked Zach from doing a cameo of Shazam
Yeah.
and Black Adam.
Yeah, that was kind of dirty.
I find this whole thing very confusing and upsetting, and I don't like it.
Is she a Rock fan? Is that what this?
No,
No.
not like I like him, but I just don't like people fighting.
Yeah, it's mommy and daddy fighting.
Oh,
It's mom and dad are fighting.
you're,
It's upsetting.
you're having one of those you know better moments.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to be this way. Can't we just like make entertainment for the people and not have it be this emotional?
But it's a business.
It's a
Like the whole thing with
business, but I don't-
DC, they're trying to reinvent
it's
themselves.
Partially,
and
I just don't understand what's happening.
basically, this is the gist of it.
Why are people so upset?
DC hasn't really had solid bangers for all of the stuff that they produced.
Well, I mean,
And they went and
okay.
got the Guardians of the Galaxy director, James Gunn,
Yeah.
to come in and clean house.
Yeah,
Thing is, he's cleaning house.
but you don't. He was the director in Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Why are you putting the director in charge of all of the hire and fire decisions?
Because he's in DC, he's creative, right?
Yeah, he's the creative director now.
So it's all of DC.
Oh, he's an executive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, he's I write the checks guy now.
but should he be in charge? Does he have the vision to be in charge of this? Because
what he-
as
for what he did
bad
for
as everyone
Guardians.
is, I'm guessing no.
For what he did for Guardians, DC was
But
like,
did
yeah.
he make all of those decisions on his own
I
by
think
himself?
for what he did for Guardians and Suicide Squad too.
Yeah, and for Suicide Squad.
And he made all those decisions by himself.
Pretty much.
Those were his babies.
Wow.
So DC is trusting Gunn to deliver.
And The Rock is mad about it.
Yeah, because The Rock had a lot of pull, and he pushed a lot of people
He
in
thought
order
he
to
was-
make Black Adam what it was.
Yeah, Rock was going to make Black Adam the center of the DC universe that he was creating.
James Gunn came in and said, no.
So what do you guys think about that? Is that the right decision or the wrong decision?
For which part?
For coming, who's right?
Well, there is no right or wrong. The story of Superman that James Gunn plans on telling is a younger version,
Okay.
which is why they are not going with Henry.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that because nobody really wants to see a full-on movie of Henry Cavill being edited back to when he was like a teenager and stuff.
Right.
No one wants that,
Yeah.
especially after the whole mustache debacle that they did in the
Thank
other
you.
movie.
Which I think was overblown, but okay.
Yeah.
I hear
So-
hear the point. All right. So you're fine with what's happening, and The Rock is being unreasonable.
Well, when it comes to James Gunn, I know he's going to have it very close to the material. Like,
yeah.
the dude reads the comic books.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see what he pulls off.
Okay.
I am a little upset that we won't get Henry back as Superman because I
love
enjoyed him
Henry
as
Cavill
Superman.
as Superman. He's great.
I would've
We're
loved
not
to
going to get our Man of Steel 2.
Right. So,
All
Yeah.
right. So Tim, what do you think? Who's right?
I agree with Chico that I don't think there is a right or wrong in it. I think that DC's doing what they needed to do years ago, and unfortunately, Dwayne Johnson is caught in
Is
the
in the
middle
middle.
of a delayed decision. Like, they needed...
and he's not taking it well. I think that's what the big issue
Yeah,
is.
it's making it look really disgusting. And it's just, publicly, it's just a bad look.
So to what degree is this being exaggerated? Like he's upset about it, but everybody's like, "Ooh, The Rock is so mad, and he's a wrestler, and he's big and strong, and everybody be
Yeah,
careful.
just the fact that he's the only one
He'll
complaining.
beat you up." Is it a real thing where he's mad and like throwing his weight around?
Well, that was
and-
the whole thing. He threw his weight around to make this happen, and now
Yeah.
all of it's gone.
Yeah, but what did he do
And
to
he's doing-
throw his
and-
weight around? Like, did he just
Well,
call in some favors and
when he did the
speak
cartoon,
sternly to people, and they're upset about
It
it?
was a bit of that,
what was the cartoon he did the voiceover for? Crypto.
too. Yes, for the dog, yeah.
Yeah, he had them promote his tequila at the premiere
Okay.
for a cartoon for kids.
But was the cartoon also for adults?
No,
Was it one of those
no.
adult
Crypto
kid
was,
things?
No,
Oh.
it wasn't Young
It's-
Justice. You can only watch on HBO. It was for the kiddies.
Yep.
That's what like. That's
And it was
pretty-
on camera for the.
Oh, yeah.
And
You can see the promotions and all.
Pretty much, if you're the person that believes you are the man, and then someone knocks you down a couple pegs after you...
Had he done this
bullied-
at Shazam and I mean the Black Adam premiere, nobody would have batted an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody would have taken a sip, no biggie. But it's like, yeah, dude, that's kind of pressed.
did he do that, or did his like agent or rep do that, or is it some sort of contractual thing?
I'm pretty sure it was him.
Educated guess, just from past history. Well,
Well, I don't know. I'm upset by it, and I don't like it. And
you want your DC universe to stay the same. You want your Wonder Woman to stay the same. You want your
no, I don't.
Aquaman to stay the same.
No, I don't have a lot of feelings about. Well, you did kind. I do. I do kind of like what they set up for
Got
the Justice League people,
Yeah.
and I'm also upset by all the drama around that.
Yep.
I just
Well, let's move
It's
into something.
complicated.
Let's move into
Go
something
ahead.
else. Yeah.
go ahead. Just
All right.
I'll just probably be upset all episode. That's fine.
All right. So, moving away from DC and going to Mirage, let's talk some turtles. Because what would...
IDW, but go on.
Well, I mean, it started off Mirage, but yes, IDW. So, TMNT, the big story of 2020 was
God, was it 2020? That
yes,
was so long.
2020 during T-Virus. The Last Ronin, which just finished wrapping up sometime earlier this year, was the last one, or late last year.
Late last year, and we're doing the
Now
the
we're into the
prequel.
yeah. The story was so well received that there's talks of them making a video game, open world, based on The Last Ronin. So I know Tunisia, like turtles isn't like your thing as much as it is our thing. But the question that I have for you, to kind of start this whole thing off, is you've seen me play turtles games.
Yes.
You actually played
I
a
played
little
one
bit.
with you.
Yeah, you played a little bit of Shredder's Revenge.
Okay.
Um,
There were 472 games. I don't know which one it was.
would you be excited with the
It's the one
idea?
with the turtles.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, I played that one.
Would you be excited to see another Turtles game, except it be more gritty, more grounded in like adult themes,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that?
I like anything from my childhood that you make more adult and dark and gritty.
Because it
It's
makes it feel
fun.
like it grew up with you.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Yeah.
It makes it gives it another dimension that I can relate to. And it's not me going back and watching the old thing and being like, "Ooh, this didn't hold up."
Right.
Yeah.
Or, "Oh, it's just as good," which almost never happens.
What if the turtle was like Kratos? Would that excite you more?
Kratos,
From God of
the
War.
God of War guy?
Yes. Like that type of gritty.
That'd be interesting. Is that what
I
this
mean,
picture is?
he is a ninja.
Yeah. So that's what they're thinking, that it's gonna
That
be
I
open world like God of War.
I could imagine there's a way to do that, have it be really exciting.
Yeah. Chico, as you have more of a fondness, and this is of course your turtle.
Bruh, Michelangelo's getting a solo game. I'm in.
Oh, it's him by himself?
He's the last Ronin.
Michelangelo's the last one to survive. He's the last Ronin.
Oh, I thought it was a metaphor. I'm
No.
sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
You're fine, you're fine. We're educating.
Oh, yeah.
We're educating.
Yeah, thank
My concern would be if they did the last Ronin instead of doing the prequel.
The one that the story that they're doing now. Why?
Because you're showing. Now we're seeing his growth from Michelangelo to the last Ronin. All the trials he went to get there. That seems more open world game like than the last Ronin
Because
story.
it has more meat on the bone.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas you're just in one city, you're going after the bad guy, and you have a. In this, like he did some traveling, so it would make more sense. I mean, I'm pretty much down with it either way, but I'm just thinking if they started from the prequel, like start from show going from A to B, it would work.
I'm thinking along the lines of God of War, where God of War had a mythos. Greek mythology to start off.
Right.
That was the first series. This series now is Norse mythology.
Right.
If they were to go and we do see Michelangelo's journey of losing his brothers, losing his father, everything leading into The Last Ronin, I think there's enough there, like kind of what you were saying, that could be what it is. But the thing about open world games is that it's a moment in time.
Right.
So it's like a lot of stuff is happening. So this is where I kind of diverge from you. A lot of stuff can happen in New York. You can do a lot of fetch quests. You can do some sneaking missions. You can do some big fight scenes. Like there's a lot there that can happen.
Yeah.
In New York.
I think I'm more going by because I know the story. Would adding those extra things feel forced?
I don't think so. I think with good writing, it could work. I mean, like thinking about it for you watching God of War, Tunisia. like you were engrossed without knowing much about the world.
Yes.
Like the action was good. The whole interactions between characters was good. Like
Yes.
with Kratos and Atreus.
Boy.
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 And
Really,
so
boy.
without you having to know everything, it had something in there for you.
Yes.
So that's what my thought is.
All
Like
right.
like this could be standalone for it to just be that moment in time where Michelangelo came back from Japan and now is avenging his family and going after the Foot Clan and all of that. But I would love to see a whole bunch of death sequences for Michelangelo killing off ninjas, like ripping stuff and just poisoning people with darts, and just like getting really,
Ooh.
really God of War. Because I mean, look at him. Just look at those pythons. He put on some weight. He was in the gym, turtle gym.
What?
So
Oh
They
man.
believe that was part of the mutation. So had all the turtles survived, they would all have gotten bigger.
jeez,
Well, we started.
And he was the runt, so
yeah.
Oh,
See,
that's
Donnie,
nice.
Donnie would have been lean and mean, man. It'd have been great. So yeah, well, so I know you're not big on it, but would you at least watch me play?
Sure, we started from the prequel. Now we're here.
Say something.
dad jokes. Gotta love them.
And see, you can't fault me for that. I did nothing on that. That had nothing to do with me. All right, moving on. So I would love to show what this is supposed to be, but an ad came up, so we're just going to talk about it
Oh.
and let Discover get some money or something like that. All right, so
You?
coming up very soon, Nintendo is shutting down the eShop. So
Because no one likes it or spends any money?
no, because it's old, they don't want to support it, and it's screwing up a bunch of stuff. So if you have a Nintendo 3DS or a Nintendo Wii or Wii U, you buy all your stuff because they're going to be gone.
When?
And
March 27th?
yes, March 27th is coming up.
Ooh.
So by the time that this airs,
So come Monday.
actually no, by the time
will
this
be
airs,
done.
it's already done. So as we were reporting on this, ex G4 host and YouTube sensation, the completionist, spent 22 grand to buy the entire catalog. So this brings up a couple of things. First thing I wanted to bring up is my argument from earlier in the show, not this show, but earlier shows, about preservation. Another reason why I hate distribution. If someone decides to close up shop, everything's gone. How are you going to get it? You're going to have to go on eBay to find someone that has that one copy of 3D Super Mario Brothers and like on their 3DS, and
But
you have to
isn't
spend an
that
absorbent
true
amount.
of the game if it was printed anyway?
If someone made a cart or a disc, it's on media that you can keep.
Yes.
But if it's digital distribution, you're hoping that it's on a system for you to play. It's no different than, in your case, if you were to get music on your iPod and then all of a sudden iTunes went away.
But I still have it on my iPod.
And that's the thing. What if you didn't get a certain song? Alexa, stop.
Oh, she's listening.
Spynet.
That's our fourth chair.
That's our new kaboom sound or whatever. Back to what we were saying. So if there was a song that you wanted and you didn't get it and iTunes went away, it's gone.
Unless Alexa has it.
Unless she stole it. That's the concern.
Yeah, but it's also gone if I lose my tape or my. I only had it because I bought it at, what was it? Goody? What was the
Sam Goody?
Sam Goody. And the tape I have is the only copy, and my cassette player breaks, and now how am I gonna get it there?
But
I
that's
better find somebody with a Walkman or a cassette
very
player.
good, very good example. That was
Okay.
perfect.
Do we need to explain
So
what
you
Sam
got to
Goody
find
is to people?
somebody
Yes, let's
with a.
talk to the people.
Oh, Sam Goody, yeah. So in the 90s, when you wanted music, you couldn't just go to the internet, or you could, but
No,
you could go to
it
the
depends on what
internet
time we're talking
and
about.
it would take 2 minutes to 2 days to download a song. Yes, or yeah, logging in. Or you could go to the mall and go to a Sam Goody, and there was a wall of tapes
Sam Goody,
and all
Kemp
these
Mill, The
cassette
Tower.
Wiz,
tapes. Yeah.
Tower.
And there were all these cassette tapes, and you could buy one song on one side of the tape and one song
That's
on
if it
the
was a
other side of
single.
the tape. Yeah.
I got it. Okay, kids, you know how your fancy friends will go to this store and they buy vinyl? We
Which
had
is
a
big
lot.
now.
We had a lot of those. You got vinyl, CD, and cassette tapes.
Yeah.
If you're really old,
Cassette
you have
tapes are
HF.
what your some of you all's phone cases look like.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
But it does a lot less. It's much more disappointing and much less functional.
Even better job. So yeah, so
And do you know what's on that B side? No, you don't. Every once in a while, it's great.
It's a
But
mystery.
most of the time, it's pretty terrible.
unless you're into rap music, then it might have been an instrumental or a cappella.
That's true.
True that.
Yes.
Yes. So yes, so I'll start with you, Chico, on this. You buy games digitally, especially now that you're on Steam Deck.
Yes.
Steam.
What if Steam went away?
Give us somewhere else. I don't know.
If that's the only game in town, there is no other.
Right. Because computer
Somebody's
games, not
always
too many
gonna
of them
make
have
games.
discs.
Somebody will make games. There will always be someone making games.
True that. It'd be tragic. But at the same time, there's always something new to take away your attention. So,
Yeah. There'll always be something else.
But the whole thing
Usually
is
I'm not so flippant about such things.
and that's why I'm kind of shocked at your just like it's whatever.
I guess you hit me on a day where I'm like, something will replace it. Like there will
It's
always
not that
be.
simple.
it's one of them things where it's different for each person. Like, we understand why you feel this way. You are a true diehard gamer.
Yeah.
Me, it would be comic books.
Right.
If there was
Digital
no
comic books.
longer any print
Yeah.
and
I'm stuck with digital, and
then digital goes
Yeah.
away.
well, I mean, technically for me, it kind of has, but somebody's bringing back a new service. We'll talk about that
Well,
later.
that's a whole different
But
thing.
yeah, so yeah,
Well, I understand why Nintendo's doing what they're doing. You got to move forward. It's an expense to keep something up if no one's using it. Same token, this is the reason why I keep harping on I hate digital distribution.
Yeah. You buy it and you add it to your stack.
It's more than that. It's 10 years from now and
can
you want to play
it.
something.
Yeah.
You don't have it. And you can't go anywhere to get it because no one has a copy of it. Someone has it on eBay and it's selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
because
Perf-
it's worth money.
The perfect example is Blitz 2, the league. You could go
Blitz.
to any you could go to any GameStop when it was just a whole bunch of discs pressed. You get it for like under $5. Now, if you want to play it because it had this resurgence on YouTube, it's like $100, $200 game for something that was Xbox 360 because you can't play it any other way. Stuff like that. Like, I want to just kind of look at these games.
I'm
to just
also
see.
very surprised I'm not more bothered by this, but I'm not.
So I just want to see if there's something that's like, okay, for instance, here, NEX Remix 1 and 2. This was an amazing concept game that was on the 3DS, where you could play mashups of different characters inside of different 8-bit games. Like, for instance, Link is
And
in
Mario.
Super Mario Brothers. You have this game, I think, on your 3DS.
This game?
I think you have it on your.
Where's my 3DS?
I know exactly where it is.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
where?
You really want me to say on camera?
I maybe not.
Okay. All right.
I have no idea.
So either way, it was definitely not there last time I checked. But again, this is one of those things where it's like, I can't get this game because it was never made. No, I'll take it back. It was made on a cartridge, but it's hard to find. This game was in the eShop. I can't get it now.
Pause. I'm sorry. If you can't sense that there's a 3DS down there, there's a huge problem, and you probably should see a doctor. Continue.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's see. I'm just trying to see something that's correct. Nintendo Land.
Okay.
Strictly on the Nintendo Wii U. That game would never make it to Switch because Nintendo doesn't support me characters like that anymore. Super Mario Maker. It's just,
I guess I sort of feel like, well, you can't keep everything.
but that's having a collection of anything is that you have it. Like, if you're big into music and you get a rare release of, let's say Mariah Carey. I know at one time you liked Mariah Carey. All of a sudden, that tape gets garbled up, gets cut.
Like I've lost CDs. I don't know where the CD is. I bothered the person who lived next door to me in my dorm because I played the CD so loud. I wore that CD out. I don't remember the name of the woman who sang on the CD. I will never find this CD again, but it was emotional. I would play it and I would cry because this folk music, I don't know if it was folk, I don't know what it was, but she came and performed at the school. It was amazing. I will never hear this music again. That makes me very sad. But, fun song, and I will cry to that.
Do you purposely listen to music so you can cry?
I don't think so.
I haven't done it in a long time, but I would with that CD. I just need to cry and I'd play it.
I
I'd
wouldn't say
put
it's
it
a
on
girl
repeat.
thing. I just say it's no different than someone wanting to hear a song to be happy. Maybe some want to cry, and that's be like their cry song.
Wasn't there a whole episode of Everybody Loves Raymond? And the husband and Raymond came home and she was just sitting there just crying. And he didn't get why. And she's like, sometimes you just gotta cry.
Do you ever have moments where you really want to cry?
I can't say that I have.
I want to be happy.
Maybe you'd be happier people if sometimes you just cried.
Chris, are you awake?
He doesn't hear it.
Never mind.
All right. Well,
I need
apparently the panel on this show for today doesn't feel as strong as I do about preservation of things. So that means that
Well,
you don't
do.
like. That means you don't like going to museums.
Put your
Well, I already
thoughts in
said
the
I do.
comments, people. Do you just need to cry sometimes?
Oh, jeez.
We're not even talking about crying.
What do you...
Goodbye.
Just-
Switching cameras.
But I already said I preserve things. I collect comic books. That's what I preserve.
Yeah.
You do video games. That's why I was saying it depends on the person.
But never mind. I'm not going to harp on it. Completionist, thank you for doing what you're doing.
Bringing it back.
I hope that you find some way to share these games that you spent $22,000 to archive.
Yeah, what's he going to do with them? Archive in quotes. What's he going to do with them?
He's going to complete them.
Yes. probably.
Oh.
Because he's a completionist.
Yeah, he sits there in like
100%
100% games.
Oh.
And he was a really cool host on G4.
Well, that's a very appropriate name to give himself.
Yeah. And people would watch him complete games.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving on. Last story. Diablo 4. Coming very soon. One of Tanisha's favorite games. That hopefully she won't get confused with the other game that she likes.
Oh, you said it's not the delicious.
Yes, it's not that
It's
game.
not that game.
No.
What's that game?
That is Gauntlet Legends, which is another type of dungeon crawling action RPG game.
That's great.
Okay. So,
Yes.
fun facts. Never played either of these.
And then she eats. She says, delicious.
I'll
And then
show
when
you
Tim
later.
eats, he says,
I play the Barbarian.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. So, yes, Diablo 4 is coming
so
soon.
not that game that I have
No, it's
very
not.
fond,
It
happy
is not
memories
Gauntlet
of.
Legends. No.
I don't know
So,
what-
Diablo 4 is coming. And they just released a beta for people to play before the game officially launches.
it looks very exciting.
It is graphically impressive.
It looks impressive.
So these dungeon crawlers are basically video game versions of Dungeons and Dragons.
This is art. Yeah, it's Dungeons and Dragons.
With
Except
a
it's
lot of
arcs
things you can open and
a lot of looting.
slow down the person you're playing with and annoy him.
Multiplayer co-op. So
I gotta open this chest. There
Yeah,
might
so
be something
we
good in
kind
it.
of went through this when we were playing Destiny. Because wow,
I'm not the best Destiny player.
Because you don't want to open things?
well Destiny
No.
and Division. Well, while they're shooting and stuff and leveling up, I'm going through chests and things. And
Yeah, you gotta. What if you miss something? There could be that
There's-
chest. You're like, oh, I don't have time for that. And
There's
it's
things
got
to
the
do.
best stuff ever. 3,000 coins
There's people to kill.
or a
Or
4 life
Either way,
heart.
spoken
I-
like a true barbarian, I see.
What can I say? I fit the role.
Sex, meat, and death, huh?
Basically.
That's a shirt. I like
Oh,
it.
that is good. Is that something already? Don't tell them you didn't hear that.
Have you had her watch Vox Machina yet?
We
Not
gotta
yet.
make that.
Oh my God, you'll love it.
Oh,
Yes. Okay, so Diablo. So the reason I pulled this into the show for basically 2 reasons. One, it's very exciting that they're making another Diablo and it's coming because Diablo 4 is over 10 years old. It's an old game. So the fact that they
So this is a remake.
No. Diablo 4 is continuing. So Diablo 3 is a 10-year-old game. Diablo 4 is a continuation of the Diablo series.
oh,
Thing is, though, this takes a very hefty computer to run.
oh.
And if you have a PS5 or an Xbox Series, you can play it on that, but not everybody does. Here's the thing. I'm putting out my pitch. People that's out there, and of course the people that are here,
Yes.
we should play Diablo 4 because 1, it's co-op. 2, it can be played on last-gen systems, so PS4 and Xbox.
Well, if I go and explore all the chests, will I slow you down?
Well, if you're on your own
Or is
system
there
playing,
very
you can.
wide?
Yeah, it's a big map.
So
if
I can
you-
be way over here looking at chests while you're over here
Battling monsters.
battling monsters.
Yeah, you can loot all you want.
Oh, that sounds great.
So, that's my pitch.
So, okay. But it's a big game, you're saying.
Super big. So we
Yeah,
don't need
but
to
What,
So-
the one coming up or the old one you're trying to get people to buy?
Oh, no. Well, both of them are big games, but I'm talking about Diablo 4.
He does not look convinced.
I am so confused.
Just Watch some
He
video.
wants you to buy Diablo 4.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a big game. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Huge game.
Okay. But I can play it on Xbox One.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's,
And
that's
we
what I
can
was
go
trying to
look
figure
for
out.
chests while we're also helping Tim.
Yes, there's a ton of
So
there's a ton of loot.
what are your classes?
Barbarians, magicians or wizards, clerics, huntsmen.
Clerics. What, these are the types
Dwarfs.
of people who can
Yeah.
play. So I can be doing paperwork while you all, as a cleric, while you.
No, that's not.
What's
It's
a
not.
cleric?
It's not clerical. Like
It's not,
Not
clerical
clerical
work.
work.
It's not, because there have got to be so many
No.
claims. All the
No.
Cleric is like
destruction.
it's like magic but holy, right?
yes,
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, all right.
You're a magic nun or priest or
I
whatever.
can.
technomancers.
I
are in
think
it.
this might be a whole other genre of game that we're talking about here, because so you guys go off. So you go off and you're fighting people.
So we go
You
adventuring.
go off and you're looking at chests, finding
He's
the chests.
looting.
I'm doing the paperwork, and if we aren't all doing our things,
So are you
quickly
saying
enough?
that you're going to file our taxes?
well, it's not just taxes though.
So basically we're being hired to save the world and she's doing all the paperwork.
Do the paperwork.
Okay.
This is ruining my experience for Diablo.
Dude, you get to break stuff. You don't have to worry about where your pay is coming because it's coming because the paperwork's done.
Oh, well, we'll have a discussion
I'll fill
later.
out all the forms for you to get all of the equipment to go out and do all the fighting. You think that just comes from nowhere? Somebody's filing a claim. And
I've
a
never
form.
seen in
Someone has to
Conan-
fill out a form for you to have that weapon.
I've never seen anyone in Conan be like, ugh, I need to put in my W-2 before the end of the week.
No,
What do you
but this does help my claim that she should watch Vox Machina.
Yes.
What do you think? What's his name with Batman? It's Batman.
Alfred,
Alfred. What do you think Alfred's doing all that time
keeping the mansion in order and giving him a cover story.
and filling out forms?
Well, he's rich. He has lawyers for that.
All right.
No, the lawyers, he doesn't have people for the secret stuff. Only Alfred can fill out that stuff.
And who does he report it to?
The government.
And that's where we're going to end this show.
Sadly, that made sense.
Here are my bat filings. I'm taking a deduction.
Bad taxes. I need to write off my orphans.
I keep losing them.
Dude, how many child tax credits can Batman get?
When the government finds out who Batman really is, who's going to have all the paperwork for all of those that back taxes, all the bartering, all of the claim? Alfred. Alfred's going to have it down on lock. Here it is.
Wait,
This is such a
he's
shame that you found him out. But here is all of the paperwork
He's
for
also
every
rich. Does he
line
pay
item.
taxes?
We're not getting into any of that 1% talk. We're not doing that. We're ending the show. All right. Thank you guys for watching and listening as always. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the alert button for a new one, which I probably will stop saying because apparently it sounds like begging from things I've been reading online. I don't know. We'll see.
Wait, what?
The whole thing of asking for a sub and all that apparently is the new thing is to not. Because if someone
How do
really
you
likes
get
it, they'll
people
do
to
it.
do it? Oh, they'll just know to do it?
Yeah.
What about the thing of smashing? Like, smash
Yeah,
that like button.
all of that is
no?
apparently-
No bueno?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
wow. Okay.
If you're on podcast directories, we're there too.
It makes
I'm not
sense
gonna
if you
tell
have a
to do
goal,
anything.
though.
Oh.
Because, I mean, say we're trying to reach a goal of, 2,000 subscribers.
We're trying to hit our goal of getting 2,000 subs.
We would love
Do something.
7 million subs. Please smash that like button and subscribe. Hit the bell. Thanks.
We have
Jeez.
a bell. Nice.
So yes,
Fancy.
Fancy.
and
Bells.
you can find us on all the socials that are out there. Thanks to this man right here. He does a really great job and
Yay.
deserves all the credit for all that.
And I don't remember half the stuff it posts.
Yay!
That's okay. It's up there. It's up there.
It exists. So
He's doing the paperwork.
I sure am.
for Tunisia,
Hi.
for Chico,
Ooh.
really great book. For Kristen and Chris, I am Tim.
Yay.
First time I actually got to change the name. That's pretty cool.
Hey.
Thank you for listening and watching as always. And of course,
This is ILNL. This is ILNL.
You should sample that and put a beat to it.
Ooh.
who knows? It might actually work out.
Make it a club mix.
Oh.